How's it going, everyone? The Trout91 here, back for My Legends. This is episode number 2. If you missed the previous episode on Jimmy Floyd Hasselbaink, go and check it out. It is on the screen for you to go and watch now if you feel like watching it first. This week we are doing Alan Shearer, the almighty, the all-legendary Alan Shearer. You can't do a series like this without putting him in here at some point. Skill moves I only gave him 3 purely because I didn't really see him do many skill moves. I think giving someone 2-star skill moves is a real special situation. I would debate possibly giving him 2 because I never really see him do much in the skills department. I gave him a 3-star weak foot, even though he probably could score quite well with his left foot. I never really saw him score with his left foot. It was all just kind of the same goals, and when he did score with his feet, it was with his right foot, rarely with his left. At least that's what I felt. Looking at his stats, he scored 374 goals in 725 games. That's in all competitions everywhere across the board. For Newcastle, he scored 206 goals in all competitions out of 395 appearances. That is an insane ratio. For England, he scored 30 goals in 63 games. That is also an insane ratio. And for that kind of stuff, I've given him what I felt is a well-deserved 92 rating. If you look at it, Falcao is rated a 90, and I would say they're fairly similar playstyles, and I would also say that I think it was Van Basten's a 91, and I felt that Alan Shearer definitely had better stats than Van Basten, which is why I've given him a 92 overall. So, on to the individual stats. We've got 84 pace for Alan Shearer, even though for his goals he didn't use his pace all that much, purely because he was there as a poacher and he scored all sorts of different kind of mannered goals. He did have a good amount of pace when he was forced to use it. For his shooting, I've given him 93 because he was the most clinical finisher in the Premier League. He was incredible. He poached everything that you needed to, and then just when you think, oh, he's a one-trick pony, that's all he could do, he showed you how he could do it with incredible volleys, with incredible long shots. He scored free kicks, he scored penalties, he could score any way you wanted to. If he had a chance at goal, his anticipation, his positioning, his perception of the game was phenomenal, and he put himself in those goal-scoring positions and always put the ball in the back of the net, and it was an incredible delight to watch, which is why I've given him 93 shooting. A big and bold statement, but I think it's very justified with how many goals he managed to score and how varied his goal-scoring arsenal was. 75 passing is what I have allocated him for because I didn't really see him do much passing, but when he did do it, it was a couple crosses, gave him some nice assists. He didn't get too many assists, but he had an incredible cross on him, which is why I've given him the 75 passing stat, a pretty standard kind of passing stat. 76 dribbling, again, didn't really see him do a lot of dribbling, but you know he could dribble when he was forced to. 57 defending, I've given him a slightly higher defending stat compared to other strikers purely because of his heading ability, which I'm about to get onto. At 94 heading. Now, a lot of people are probably looking at me thinking, what the hell, 94 heading? But go back and watch his goals. The amount of headers he scored, the amount of absolutely out of this world headers he scored. He scored so many damn headers. It will make you think, actually, probably a justifiable stat. Maybe a little bit lower, but I felt that I could not, because I was just sitting there like, he scores so many headers all the time. He's going up against 6'3", 6'4" centre-backs, and he's able to out-jump them, out-anticipate them, and score these headers. Not just like simple, cushioned, guided headers, but proper power headers. Really beautifully executed headers, and I felt that it was only fitting that we give him such a good heading stat, because if anything, that was probably one of his best traits. So those are my personal feelings on the stats. Feel free to let me know what you think in the comments below. A couple notable traits that I've given him are the finesse shot. He had an incredible finesse. The power header, because he had some incredible headers. The power free kick, because he had some monstrous free kicks. The diving header trait, the long shot taker, and the leader trait. Just some general traits that could well end up on his card. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like rating. It really does help out. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and like my Facebook page. Feel free to leave some comments on people you think deserve a legend card for FIFA 15. Check out these other videos that are going to be on the screen for you now, and I will see you later. Peace out.